Okay, we are live. Hey everyone, happy Sunday and welcome back to summer camp. So you are in for a treat tonight because we have an amazing, excited camp counselor that is with us tonight, and it is none other than brand new $1 million sales director, Mary Kathryn King. So it is going to be a treat. And, you know, before I read her accolades, I will just tell you, I loved Mary Kathryn the minute I got to know her and spend time in her space, because every time you are with her, she just makes you better. She is a big thinker, but she has such strong faith, strong work ethic. She has discipline, but she still manages to do it all in life. And I love that about her. And she and Dan is her husband. And so Ian and I have traveled the world with Mary Kathryn and Dan. And they are the type of people that you just want in your corner and want in your life, because they're just the real deal. There's no pretense. They are who they are. And I just love you, Mary Kathryn. And so I am just thrilled that you said yes to being on here and just pouring into everybody, especially you guys, 2 days before Mary Kathryn heads to seminar herself with her unit to be celebrated as a $1 million unit. And what I love as well is that it's not just about the million, it's really Million to National, and it's the stepping stone to building their very own national area. And we are just cheering you on, Mary Kathryn. We know that this is the year, and that you and your amazing $1 million unit are going to rally for the next cause, and it is building that national area, because we need women like you stepping up into that position and carrying on the legacy. And so I am just excited. I was excited to watch everything happen this year, and I am even more excited to watch everything that's going to happen this year. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so you guys, so let me tell you about Mary Kathryn King. So Mary Kathryn joined Mary Kay in August of '91. She was working 2 jobs and going to Indiana University full-time as an elementary education major. In the last 7 years alone, her unit has retailed over $5 million in Mary Kay products, but that doesn't include this past year, right?
Right.
Oh, so $6 million in product. Mary Kathryn lives in Valparaiso, is that how you say it? Valparaiso, Indiana, with her husband, Dan, and her children, Sarah, who is 17, Hayden, who is 14, and Lauren, who is 12. So listen to her accolades and accomplishments as a consultant and sales director. She has been a star consultant 99 times. Is it 100 now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is 100 times. She has been a star consultant. She has earned 12 Mary Kay career cars and currently drives a 2018 pink Cadillac XT5. Of course she does. She has made multiple appearances in the top 20 in the National Court of Sales and Sharing, and #1 in Indiana, in the state of Indiana, in 2014, 2015, and 2017 in personal sales. Oh my gosh, diamond rings, cash, you guys, you name it. She's achieved triple star twice, which is a huge honking deal. Triple star twice. Top trips she and her husband have traveled, compliments of Mary Kay, to Germany, Italy, Hawaii 2 times, China, London, Paris, Rome, Alaska, Chile, Argentina, and her highest monthly income in 1 month is over $20,000. And of course, as I said, she is a brand new $1 million sales director leading a $1 million unit, which is an amazing feat, you guys. An accolade. Yes, and she's wearing her shirt. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is such an amazing accolade. One that, Mary Kathryn, you will take with you forever and ever, even as a national sales director. So that is so exciting. Mary Kathryn is grateful to God for blessing her beyond measure. She feels that she has become a better wife, mother, daughter, friend, sister, and Christian through her association with Mary Kay. She believes that the company philosophies of God, family, career are the only way to live life, and that if you believe it, you absolutely can achieve it. So you guys, I know she can't hear you, but I know you are screaming loudly. Let's give it up for $1 million sales director, Mary Kathryn King.
That is so exciting when you say that, Diane. I can't even stand it. Oh my goodness. And so thank you for being asked me to be a camp counselor tonight. This has been such a fantastic program, and I'm grateful that my people have been able to join in on this too. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit tonight about my background, because it is why I had to get so good at the idea that I'm going to share with you, because it really has just made all the difference in my own personal business, but also in our unit and creating this $1 million year. And so I'm actually third generation Mary Kay in my family. My grandma started Mary Kay after she retired from teaching second grade. After like 100 years, she decided to do this, be something fun to do. She sat down in one afternoon, she booked 18 skincare classes. They all had 6 people there. Can you stand it? And so grandma was off to a great start. And so she shared her business with my mom. My mom was a registered nurse. She worked oncology. She loved her patients, but she hated working midnights and Christmas. And so she was looking for an opportunity where she could transition out of one good job and into another good job. But really, she wanted a career that had leadership possibilities. And at the hospital, somebody was going to have to die or retire. We all know how that can be. And so she looked at Mary Kay as that opportunity. And so she did. Next thing you know, mom quit her job at Methodist. She earned a car, became a sales director. We were so excited. And I thought it was great for them. But I never thought it would be for me. I thought for sure I'm going to be a teacher. I'm on my path. But sometimes God has a different plan. And so one of the classes that you have to take in order to be a teacher is called Teacher's Math. And I don't know why every exam was a story problem, but it was. And I don't know how to do story problems. And I didn't then, and I still don't now. And I really don't care what time a car leaves Chicago going 55 miles an hour, another car leaves Indianapolis going 65 miles an hour. I don't care what time they get in the middle. And I don't have to know, because my pink Cadillac tells me what time I'm going to get there. So I flunked the class 3 times. So at the end of that, I thought, I've got to do something. And so my mom was always saying, you would be so great at Mary Kay. And so I went with her to a Mary Kay event, honestly, so that she would stop asking me about it. I just thought I could never be like her, which, you know, the compare game is the game you always lose. And so I laid out all day that day, because I thought if my skin was burnt, they would not think that I respected my skin, and then they would ask me to be a skincare consultant. And so that was my first plan. My second little snotty plan was that I was going to wear pants, and that I would be so offensive to the Mary Kay ladies that they wouldn't ask me to be a skincare consultant either. So that's what I did. I went that night. I sat there like, you know, bring it. And I was so excited with what I saw, you know, what we see. They were excited. They were having fun. They were making money. And I saw women that were college students and grandmas and teachers and a lawyer and nurses. And I just thought, you know what, for $100, I got to take this leap of faith as a down payment on my future, that maybe this could be something that could work. And so I didn't get off to a great start. I mean, all my friends had gone away to college. My mom had all of our contacts. And so that, what I thought made it hard for me in the beginning, really was a gift, because it made me really good right away at lead generation. There's plenty of people out there with skin. Baby girls are born every day. You never go into Sephora or Ulta and find that the store is completely empty. So the business is there, clearly. It's just, how do you find it? And so I got really good right from the get-go on developing customers, finding new leads. And so I got busy, started my business, but I found a lot of frustration in booking parties. I could get people excited. Maybe you've had this experience where I would get people excited about booking, and they would book the appointments. And then I would have situations like this. Maybe you've experienced this. It was like people would go into the witness protection program. Where did they go? You can't find them anymore. They don't answer their phone. Or they would act like they forgot. And you think, how did you forget? I just talked to you yesterday. Or they would have excuses like, oh, nobody could come. Or, you know, you just know that they didn't even try. You just know that they didn't even try. And so that was frustrating to me, especially once I had completely transitioned out of my other 2 jobs. I had decided that I was going to pursue my Mary Kay business. I had earned a car, and that I was going to become a sales director. So I had this frustration with gaining and maintaining massive momentum. And I also was working to become a sales director. I could see that sales directorship was going to financially provide what I was looking for. And so I was working, I submitted DIQ, didn't make it. I submitted again, I didn't make it. I submitted again, I didn't make it. I ended up submitting 12 total times to be a director. I don't know if you know that, Diane, but 12 times. Oops, 2 of the times I incorrectly added how many actives I had. And so only went through DIQ 10 times. So you heard there was a big gap from when I became a consultant to when I became a sales director. In that time, though, I did earn 4 consultant cars. So clearly, I did the national court of sales and all kinds of stuff. It was a mind game. DIQ is not hard. Let's be very clear. It is not that hard. I was so busy comparing myself to the other directors. I thought, well, I can never be like Diane. Oh, I can't be like her. I can't be like her. And once I finally got over that and thought, you know what? They're telling each other all those ideas. That's why they look so incredibly smart. They're clever and creative. They're just telling each other their ideas. And they're not any better than I am. They have better hair and better shoes because they have their own money. That's the only reason why. So I started thinking, okay, I could totally do this job. But then probably another 5 times that I was a DIQ, I was so busy trying to control it myself that I never let go and let God. And so when I finally took God as my business partner and worked with it, it was fast, it was fun, it was easy, it was big, it was awesome. And then we were off to a great start. But in that time, I was solely supporting myself on my sales. And so I just believe that everybody could do that. Directorship is going to provide a much bigger income, but hey, you can make really great money off of your sales. And so I had to get really good at making sure those parties held when they say they were going to. I'm a hard worker. My dad taught me you can work harder every day. So I like working, but wouldn't it be really great if you had a hostess program that instead of 50% of your parties holding when they say they're going to, if you had more like 90 or 95% hold rate on the date that they said? This is very exciting. It was many years ago now that I was in a class at seminar, which was so important to never miss a single event. No matter what, I never miss a Monday unless I'm throwing up or on vacation, ever. I never miss company events, ever. So if you want to go up, you've got to show up. So I know I'm preaching to the choir because you guys are on this event right now and you are all getting ready to go to seminar. You're just getting back from seminar. But it was in a class at seminar that someone was teaching a concept that was kind of like what I developed into what I'm going to teach you on tonight, and that is the 80 for 40 hostess plan. And what I had figured out, I had just recently, right before I'd gone to seminar that year, I'd heard an idea somewhere along the line of whatever you spent at the party is how much you could get for free. And so Terry booked this party. She had spent $182, and so she was going to get $182 for free at her party. I just knew she was totally going to have the party. I mean, why would you not have a party and get that much for free, right? She didn't have it. And the aha moment to me was she never had the product, so she never missed the product. And I thought, what if she'd already gone home with the product? And she was like getting that product in advance for free. And yet I had some form of payment that if she didn't have the party, then I would charge her card. I bet that would dramatically change people's commitment rate on having their parties on the date that they schedule. So the 75 for 35, we've all heard that. Well, my math brain decided that I really liked $80 worth of product for $40, even better. $80 worth of product costs us $40. That's what she pays. So that means my hostess credit is costing me $0. That's a number that I know is a good number. And so I had a graphic artist create this flyer. So I think that if we're a multi-billion-dollar company, we want to look like it. My team is a $1 million team. We want to look like it. And so I did have this custom created for me. I think that it is very important because right here it has the rules. You never want a hostess to come back on you and say, I feel like I didn't get enough for free. Well, heads up, all the rules were right here. All the rules and all the incentives were right here. And so make sure that whatever hostess credit that you're using, that you have something that has the rules and the incentives on it. And this is how you coach her to win the game. And so it says right on here, to qualify for this incredible offer, you must have, and you can make your deal whatever you want it to be. For me, it's 3 people that are over 18 that are new to me. And they must have a minimum of $200 in sales. I feel like I make it pretty easy so that most of them are like, oh, okay, I could easily achieve that. But let's be very clear. Mary Kay Ash designed this company at the kitchen table with 6 guests around the table. This is why you get 4 mirrors in your starter kit and then you earn 2 right away. It's designed for 6 guests around the table. To build a long-lasting, sustainable, profitable business, you want to have 6 guests around the table. So I'm talking to her about having 3 guests, but right here, here's where all the incentives start right along here, that if she has 6 guests around the table, now she's going to get her satin handset for free. So for having 3, she's getting to save $40 on her $80 order at the party today. She also is going to get the satin handset for half price. Doesn't cost me anything again. So now she's getting another, what is it, $16, $18 free. So that is now $58 in free product. I heard one time that the average for a woman to think it's worth me figuring out what to do with the kids, making some brownies, cleaning the floor, $80 in free product is a worth it number to her to think that, okay, I'll do all that. So now we're up to $58 in free product, okay? Now she has 6 friends. She's going to get that satin handset for free. So now we're up to the $76. So we're right about that for sure worth it number. When she has 9 or more guests at her party, she's going to get an extra $30 in free product of her choice. Okay, so again, it says it right there. 9 guests around the table. I really like this. Now, some people think that's a big number, but 9 guests plus your hostess, that's 10 people. Boom, I can do a Power Start Plus in one Saturday. So if you're a corporate woman like Diane was when she started Mary Kay, maybe you're a single mom, you're a corporate woman, you're going to school, your schedule's super intense, but you want to grow a humongous business really fast, this is how you can do it, is having 10 guests around the table. She also gets 2 bookings. If she gets 2 bookings, I noticed, I'm thinking like a retailer, I'm watching what my competitors are doing, and what I found is that most of them have some kind of incentive for having 2 parties booked from their party. This is how I set myself up to be in a position that I did not have to go around looking for new leads all the time. I have massive lead generation at my own party, so I'm getting referrals. I incentivize to get 10 and then a little more to get 20 names. So if I've got 6 guests around the table, boom, I'm looking at 60, 120 names a party. That's awesome. But I also wanted to make sure that I was walking out with 2 parties booked. I'd rather coach my hostess than have to call referrals. It's just me. I'll do it. But if I could walk out with 2 parties and also work on referrals, that would be even better. And so for me, I really like using our Skinvigorate brush as the incentive. Every woman wants it. Most every woman knows about it. And most people come to the party with a budget in mind. And so I don't want them spending their budget on something that is not a reorder item. This is not a reorder item, okay? So I want her to get this for free. And so I really romance this brush. I get it out, I pass it around, everybody's trying it on the back of the hand. I talk about how this brush is so awesome, and we're so proud. Our competitor is triple the price. You could find it at maybe Ulta or Sephora. It's triple the price. TotalBeauty.com said when this brush came out, they took our brush and that other brush and compared it. Exactly the same in performance. They said, wow, that's awesome. Exactly the same in performance. And they said that our brush is softer, so they gave us a higher rating if you have more sensitive skin. Everybody wants this brush. It's so awesome. And if you look at the back of the box, freak out. Do you see that? This is a woman's forehead. And on this side, she washed her face with her hands. Ew, look at all the stuff that's still left. And on this side, she used the brush. It gets your skin 85% cleaner, makes all the skincare products work even better. You gotta have this brush with our new skincare system. It's so awesome. You know, if you're like, really, what's the big deal? Think of it like this. If you were to put toothpaste on your finger and brush your teeth, that would be like washing your face with your hands. Not that effective. Or you can use a toothbrush, just like a washcloth. It's better. Or you can use the Sonicare toothbrush. It's so awesome for your teeth and your gums. This is like our brush for your face. It's awesome. So I really romance that. And guess what? You know what? No pressure. But you guys around the table, if 2 of you book your own appointment today because you're thinking, wow, this is fun. You like me. You're loving the product. Then Diane gets her brush for free. Oh my gosh. What do you think, guys? And so what does Diane do? Diane says, you guys better do it. I totally want that brush. That's so awesome. Then I'm working with my hostess at the end of the party. So I'm like, okay, Diane, I'm going to really hustle. I'm going to work to get you this party, okay? Like we high five. So every single guest, if they don't take advantage of this special, then I'm going to say to them, you know what? Diane really wants a Skin Vigorate brush. And I know if you do get some friends together, you want her to get the credit for it. So why don't we just get something tentative on the books because Diane wants this brush. So let's say that I only get one party. When I come in and Diane's doing her clothes with me, I'm going to say, listen, Diane, I got one booking. I think Jamie was interested in doing it. I think that Karen was interested in doing it, but they had to check their schedules, you know, blah, blah, blah. So how about this? Well, I go get product for everybody and fill their orders. You can go talk to everybody and see if you can get another booking. And if you do, just yell out to me and I'll bring you that brush in when I bring everybody else's product. I can tell you all the time, Diane goes into the other room and she makes sure that she gets that other booking because she wants the brush. So I'm making sure that I get now my 2 brushes. Also on this hostess offer have a special where the hostess gets half back of any outside orders that she has. So if she sells $100 in outside orders, she's going to get an extra $50. $100 in product, I profit $50. She's getting $50 in free product, cost me $25. So I'm making $25. I make 25% on my outside orders. But guess what? I didn't do anything to get them at all. But the most important part is now I can say to Diane, oh my gosh, Diane, you sold $250 at work? Do you know if you were a consultant, that would have been $125 profit? Have you ever thought in your wildest dreams about doing something like Mary Kay part-time for extra cash? Because girl, I think you might be good doing what I do. So now I've got her thinking in that thought process before we even start the party that she sold all this product at work. Now she's seeing her friends book appointments. It's very exciting. So here's the magic on this whole thing. So at the table close, I'm romancing this whole deal. At the beginning of the party, I talk about the satin hands. Isn't it great? Guess what? Diane got it free because she had 6 guests today. Woo! And then I'm going to talk about how Diane got $40 off of her last order of any order size of $80 or more. They can order $100, $150, $200, whatever. They just automatically get $40 off their bill at the appointment where I meet them. Because what I find over and over and over and over, week after week, month after month, year after year, people don't want me to charge their card if they don't have the party. And so if something happens and Diane isn't calling me back, she didn't text me her guest list, I'm not hearing anything from her, a little phone call happens like this. Hey, Diane, it's Mary Kathryn. I'm so excited about our party on Monday, but I haven't heard back from you, so I'm thinking that something must have happened. So if I don't hear from you by like noon tomorrow, I'll think something came up, and I'll just go ahead and run your card for the balance, the $40, okay? Hope everything's okay. Bye. And you know what I've found? People are like Jimmy John's fast on calling me back. Oh my gosh, no, Mary Kathryn, don't worry. I'm having my party. I've had the stomach flu. Okay, whatever. But they're having their party because people don't want me to run their card. So they can do it 2 different ways. They can give me their card. So, for example, if you've got a receipt, here's one right here. So she has her order. She's filled out what she wants. And then down here, we subtract off the $40 so that she's saving $40 on her bill today. And then I have her sign it and I say, Diane, if something crazy happens, like you hit the lotto and you move to Hawaii and you don't have your party, or you go into the witness protection program or something like that, something crazy happens, I know this is going to happen, but just in case something crazy happens and we don't have our party on August the 19th, then I'll go ahead and run your $40 on your card, okay? Okay, sign right here, okay? And then she's going home with this flyer. So she's going home with it and I'm texting it to her. And we review it and I coach her to get all of these things multiple times. Coach your hostess to win. And so this works out fantastic because then I review it again at the table close. So I'm going over my placemat and I talk about how they can cash, check, charge, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. You can do anything you want to, including the special for the month of August. By the way, another tip. Make sure that your hostess credit is only for that month. You don't know what it's going to be in September, but for August, it is the $80 worth of product for only $40. It's like the half price special in Mary Kay. It's so awesome. It's like our back to school special. And so this is just for the month of August. I don't care about what happens to my business in September. I am full throttle focus right now in what happens in July. And then once it flips over to August 1st, full throttle focus into what happens in August. I got to make my mortgage in August. I got to buy groceries in August. So this special is only for August. I don't want to hear that you want to book a party in September and October. Forget that. I need it right now to gain and maintain massive momentum. And so when I sit down with Diane, I'm going to say, Diane, did you have fun? Awesome. How's your face feel? Great. Well, were you as excited about how you looked in the mirror as much as I think you were? Fantastic. Okay. Well, you know your situation better than I do. So do you think you just want to splurge and pamper your complexion with that little extra touch of class that comes with a roll-up bag? And I review all of my sets in a prepared script that I own. There's another tip. Have a rock star closing script. And then I say, okay, so do you want a cash check charge payment plan if you offer that? Or do you want to do the special? Here's another tip. Or do you want to do the special? It's what everybody else is doing. Everybody will do what everybody else is doing. And so it's what everybody else is doing. You get to take $40 off of your bill today. Your bill right now is $120. And so you can take $40 off of your bill today. So you can either pay me $120 or you can pay me $80. Which is better for you? And they're like, oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Now, what was the special again? Oh, girl, it's so easy. It's what everybody else is doing. All you got to do in the month of August is have 3 friends over that are new to me, and boom, you save $40 on your order today, okay? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. So then we're setting up the party. It works like a charm. What I find is that people spend more because they get to take that instant deduction. What I find is that people keep their party on the day that they hold it, because if you don't, I'm charging your card. They can also use a check. Most people don't pay with checks anymore, and so I hardly ever have checks, but for the sake of questions, if they pay with a check, you write me a check for today for the balance of whatever it is plus tax, and then they write me a check for $40. I fold it in half and hold on to it. And if something crazy happens, like you go into the witness protection program, Diane, or you hit the lotto, move to Hawaii, then I'll just go ahead and cash that other $40 check, okay? I'm telling you, it's like magic. People do not want me to cash their check. And so I just want to read you a little bit about what my own personal numbers are, because I really, really, really believe that leading by example is the only way. And so just being really transparent, the first week of January, I was getting ready for my jump start. It was my birthday on the 2nd. We took down the Christmas tree on the 1st. I was kind of tired on the 3rd. My friend came in on the 4th. So like I didn't do anything. Then I got ready and I went to leadership, and then I stayed later and I went to another event. And so I came back from leadership and I had like 2 weeks to make it happen. But I had hustled before I left. And so I did have parties on the books. And so I really, really got busy. And what I did then for the rest of January, and then, so I think I ended up holding like 7 parties the last 2 weeks of January. In February, I did 16 parties, sold $6,100, 60 faces, did 21 career chats. I worked 3 hours per party with the chats and everything. I was working about 27 hours a week on my personal business. That was 27 hours total. That was 15 hours a week. My profit was $2,400, $1,200 a week as a consultant. That's good money. Consultants can totally do this. My wholesale was over $3,000. The next month in March, 17 parties, 65 faces, all at parties, by the way. I don't do individual appointments. If you want to do a facial, you can join in on somebody else's party. Did 20 career chats that month. April 18, that booked 18 new parties. Had 5 new team members, 3 were qualified. 1 instantly went missing in action. The other one freaked herself out and didn't hardly do anything. I mean, it's the same for me that it is for you, but I'm able to gain and maintain that massive momentum because my hostess credit program keeps people holding the party when they said they were going to do the party. Oh my goodness. So what I know for sure is the faces take you places. And for me, one of the keys has been a hostess credit system that keeps people holding their appointment when they say that they're going to. It also helps if you have this incentive to get 2 bookings from the party and you're working with your hostess for it. I will tell you, I use this exact same concept on getting guests to events. So let's say that you've got a big event at your meeting, maybe this Monday or Tuesday, and you want a lot of guests. Well, what I'll do is the week prior at all of my appointments, I will watch things on the pink sale. When we're doing the BOGO deals, lash intensity mascara, whatever, I will make sure that I take advantage of really great deals like that, and then I'll use them. So let's use, for example, the lash intensity mascara. As they're putting it on, I'll say, oh my gosh, are you guys freaking out about this mascara? Yeah, you're not going to believe it. Monday night, we're giving them away for free. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. And then when I get all done and I'm reviewing the placemat again, I'm going to say, you know that thing I told you about on Monday night? Yeah, you get free lash intensity mascaras if you come on Monday night to give your opinion of whatever. And so then when I'm closing out the sale, I'll say, Diane, you want one of those free lash intensity mascaras? Yeah, you can go ahead and take it home today. And I have your card here already. So if something happens, like you go into the witness protection program or something, then I'll go ahead and run your card on Monday night if you're not able to come. But I know you're going to come because it's going to be so much fun. So that on Monday night, when she's like, well, I'm tired after working all day. Oh, if, burn the dinner, the dog ran off, toilet overflowed, whatever. She's going to think, oh, but if I don't go, she's going to charge me for that mascara that I wore today and I totally love. So I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to go ahead and go to that event. This is how people think. And so I will go ahead and give them product in advance for coming with me to a guest event because I know they will show up, because if they don't, I'm going to charge their card. So Diane, I hope that this is really helpful in getting people to do what they're supposed to do when they said they were going to do it. It incentivizes people, it excites people, but what it does is it makes people do it when they said they're going to. And that is the magic, to gain and maintain massive momentum, to make great money as a consultant, but to also build a big team to get into directorship, but not just directorship, but then get into your Cadillac, build $1 million unit, and ride on international. Parties is where it's at.
Mary Kathryn, seriously, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. I mean, I loved what you said, to gain and maintain massive momentum, because that is what it's about. And it's about seeing people in groups. It's about seeing people in groups. And I love that you not only gave them a clear plan, but you gave them the numbers to prove that what you say to do, it really works, and that that's what you do, and the results that you get. So I think that is fantastic. And I am confident that they are over the moon excited, and they're probably wanting to know, how do they get your flyer?
How do you get the flyer? You know what? I can,
can you email it to me?
I can totally email it to you. It does have my, my marketing call on it. So I did have a graphic artist make it. So I will also send you the information of the gal that made it. It's Barbara with Pin and Pink Designs. And so you can just tell her that you want Mary Kathryn's 80 for 40 hostess flyer, and she can put your own marketing information on it right there.
Perfect. That's awesome. That's great, because they're going to want that. And it's ingenious. It's ingenious. How long have you been using this program?
20 years.
20 years now.
20 years. I've never missed the quarter sales by doing it. It's helped me to do the quarter sharing, and it's helped us to build a big unit by doing this way. And it helps my consultants to keep parties on the books, because I found I'd freak out when I would have like 7 parties scheduled, and then, maybe 1 or 2 would hold. And I think I had this great week set up, and then I didn't. That was frustrating to me, and it could be very discouraging. And when parties fall off and they don't reschedule, then you start feeling like, I'm out of names, I'm out of bookings. And so I think that it saves a lot of consultants, because they have a rock solid hostess program that keeps people in place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I so appreciate you taking the time. I know you are feverishly packing and getting ready to head to seminar to be celebrated with your amazing unit. And I just appreciate you taking the time to pour into everybody online. I know a lot of them are just getting back from seminar, so they're going to be watching the recording, and a lot are at seminar right now with the Emerald Seminar. So you are going to bless a lot of lives over these couple of weeks as everybody watches this recording. So thank you very much, Mary Kathryn.
Thank you so much. Bye, Diane. Bye, everybody.
Bye.